Hello. 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 Sorry, guys. My voice was a little crackly. Sorry, guys. My voice was a little crackly. So, give me 1 second here. I need to print some pictures. Give me 1 second here. I need to print some pictures. So, welcome if you're here. What I was doing today was designing a couple things. Today was designing a couple things. I don't know why the welcome screen is taking so long, but okay. I don't know why the welcome screen is taking so long, but okay. So anyway, I met Bex, and I'm sure you know her as well. And I really like her style, even though I'm not really extremely goth or anything like that. I do enjoy some of the gothic looks, and I also like their clothing. And I also like their clothing. Let me see what's going on here, guys. Give me a minute. Let me see what's going on here, guys. Give me a minute. Let me see what's going on here, guys. Let me see what's going on here, guys. I'm really not used to Okay, let's see. Okay, you can see the wall behind me. And now, hopefully, you will be able to see, not me. Oh, now you can see the ceiling. All right, well, that's no good. Okay, let's see if that works better. Yay! My, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to print out a couple pages that I made and see how they look. If there's anyone there, if you guys could let me know if you can hear me, that would be great. And some of these these are all my designs that I made. So in most cases, I'm trying to see what else I printed out or I wanted to print out. I'll print these. I like to use I really like to use children's images. So there is a um I'm not sure what you want to call it or what it's called, but there's a bunch of creators that are doing a it's like a collaboration, and it's called, I think, Gothic Girls. And I thought I would participate only because of the Gothic portion of it, because I think that's pretty cool. But personally, I don't celebrate Halloween or anything like that. So, and a lot of times I will do children's images because I really enjoy children images. So today I worked on some of those. I worked on some creepy trees and I'm going to do some other things. This is just what I have done for now. And when I met Bex, she had um, told me that she likes gothic and black, and I think that's really cool. But I'm very how do you want to say it? I think my printer died. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I think I ran out of paper. me see what I printed. Maybe I don't need to print anything else. Okay. On here. I don't know. I didn't anticipate having these issues today. So I guess I will have to figure that out. But for the most part, I have some things printed that I can definitely use. And I'm going to just take 1 minute real quick and go through. I have uh, like a bin over here that I take papers out of, and I wanted to see if I had anything that was kind of on the black side, but I don't really. Really, I don't. I have some pretty grungy papers though, so we will see if we want to use any of those. And these grungy papers were made with stencils, so some of them will have some stenciling on them that we can use as part of the design. And then I'll also show you my images. So let's get this straight so you don't have to see myself in here. I mean, I don't really mind. I just don't look so fabu today. I did have a bath yesterday. However, so, first of all, I want to show you some of my images. So, I was watching Bex yesterday, and she has this really great channel, but she's different, you know, in a lot of ways as far as what I would do in my crafting. And it's not because she's wrong and I'm right, it's just because we're two different designers. But I really appreciated her design ability because she's very, I mean, she's particular like me when it comes to making sure everything is straight or whatever. Sorry while I'm adjusting this stupid camera. It's getting on my nerves now because I want it to only show my desk. But anyway, she doesn't like pink. And I had made these images and I'm like, oh no, Bex is not going to like them because they're pink. But regardless of that, I want to give you a look at what I've designed. And I have a style that is probably very um, mixed when it comes to certain things. So for me, um, I like shabby sometimes. I like chippy paint. I like peeling wallpaper. I like old buildings. So when I'm doing some of my artwork, you will see some of that come through. I'm a fan of Tim Holtz, and there are some other artists that I like. I like Diane Reevely, and I like some surrealist artists from the past, like Picasso and Salvador Dali. So when you look at my art, you're going to see a conglomeration of a lot of that. So these are chippy paint. Some of them are boards, some of them, this is a cupboard, and of course we have a doorknob over here, has a rose in it, which I absolutely love this page. So this I created this morning because I wanted something that would give that chippy paint look. And then I made these little girls, and I took the background away and I just left the image of the girls, and I think they're really cute. They are kind of gothic looking. Um, and you can fix these up a little bit if you want. You can take a watercolor pencil or charcoal pencil or whatever you have and darken their eyes, or even the roses. If you don't like the red and the pink, you can take something and color them to another color. Now I made some backgrounds. Sadly, these didn't print quite right, but this one is larger with these two candlesticks, which I think are really cool. And then this is a black rose one, another black rose one. And this one is kind of a pinkish purple, which you could, go over it with some ink. These I thought were pretty cool because they give you the creepy tree. And here's a creepy tree with the house either built into it or behind it. And then there's a little person right here. So you could do a lot with these. You could just cut out the creepy tree. You could do the whole thing as journaling cards. A lot of great options for that. Can someone tell me if they can hear me okay? If they're watching, give me a thumbs up or a heart or something. I guess you can, because I'm not getting any. I'm not hearing myself. I'm not hearing myself, so I don't know. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. I don't want to actually hear myself, but I want to make sure you guys can. And this one, of course, this one is going to be pink too. And these children are a little bit different. I am not a fan of anime at all. So anything that would come out anime or um, that style of cartoonish thing, I'm not going to like. But these little kids were so cute, and I love them. Here's all my paper, so let me put this over to the side. I also printed a couple larger ones. This little girl, she reminds me of Mila. Have you ever seen the Mila memes? She reminds me of Mila. But there's a larger one of her and a larger one of this one. And this one's one of my favorite ones, I think. Her hands are kind of creepy, but that's okay. That's kind of the look we're going for. Creepiness. And I love this. Now, I probably will go back and do some other designing and specify that I want a black rose or a darker rose. But what I'm thinking with this one is it would make a really nice cover for a journal. So I may use this one as the cover. I also really love this. This is a tea light, but the chalice is covered in lace. So this is a very, very cool one. And then for some reason, I have been thinking about birch trees and them being kind of on the gothic side, but I don't, that might be my cover. I haven't decided. So I think these are all just blank. Now these I have, I think, on my coffee shop. I don't know if they cost anything or if they're free. I didn't check, but these are like kind of what I call oddity photos. So the children on these look a little weird, and not necessarily weird, but their eyes, look a little strange. This is just the cutest thing with the two eyeballs here. And I made a big one of her because I think she's just so cute. And then I have some smaller ones of some with, can you imagine going to picture day and your hair looking like that? That's so funny. Same with these two. This one I can see that she probably had a barrette in her hair and she yanked it out. But this little guy down here, I don't know if you can see him, he has a naked cat beside him. So that's a fun little picture there. You can also cut these out individually and put them on your artwork if you'd like. These are a little bit more whimsical and may. Hey, Brenda, how are you? I just want to make sure you can hear me. Can you hear me? If you're still there? Maybe she left already. These, oh, okay, good, good. Thank you for coming by. I'm just kind of showing some digitals that I made. These are ones that I have had made for a little bit, and they're just little girls with dandelions, the dandelion seeds in the fall, and I just thought that would be really make really cute journal cards. These are a little bit different style because they're whiter. These are richer with the red hair. This one's absolutely adorable. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. I think that happens just in general, but I wanted to go live just for fun. I was feeling kind of like I needed people around me today. Are you off today? So this one I love because I often make children or women with red hair. I never had red hair. And then this one is almost, I guess they're not the same girl, but the design is very similar. And I love the colors in this and the way the little girls look. It's so, this one I love so much. Okay, so I'm going to upload these somewhere for free, probably. This is an extra page that printed wrong. And so that's all of these. Now I have to do something with them. Yes, I'm glad to be able to chat with you too. The next set that I have, um, these are done in a narrower style so that you could use them on a tag. You can make tags out of them. You can cut the individual images out if you like the birds and the flowers and the Eiffel Tower. And uh, with the ones that I printed, I got some of the same images on the same page. This one didn't print quite right because it cut off the top, but I left it anyway because you can use the florals. These are really cool. They have this hot air balloon. The birds are beautiful. The clocks. This reminds me of like kind of a laboratory. Thank you, Brenda. I know this is kind of like your style. I love these. And I'm going to do a project with them in a little bit. But some of the birds are a little quirky. I love the clock, even though it's not a realistic clock. Some Big Ben. And when you make images, sometimes there's just like one little thing that you're trying to tweak, and finally you're like, you just let it go. These are interesting too because I love this owl. And here's a duplication of this. I'm pretty sure these are like zinnias. This is very cool. So you could cut out this piece and this piece. And then here is a deer, and his face is very interesting. And then this little guy, I'm not sure if he's supposed to be a rabbit. He looks like a rabbit, but he has an unusual face. And this is a duplicate. I think I already showed you this one. So yes, I have more of these probably in my folder, but for the most part, these are the ones that I wanted you to see. If I print out everything, I would have scads of paper, which is a lot more than what I really need. So what I wanted to do today is this image right here. I'm just going to cut it with my scissors. And that way the page won't look ugly. I can use the other images if I want. But I want to cut out this little lady because she's so cute. And I'm just basically going around the edges. Now, if I have to cut in around the arms, I do that. But this one, thankfully, will be an easier cut, I think. Um, I do have a little pair of Tim Holtz scissors, and these are nice for cutting. So what are you doing today, Brenda? Are you working on your journals? Are you doing something fun? Off work today or not? In the United States, we have a holiday today. So the banks and the businesses are closed. Oh, that's so nice. Are you going to do like a flip through then? Oh, I didn't know that. That's great. Me too. I mean, I'm not retired in the sense that I'm 65. I retired once from a job that I had worked over 25 years, almost 26 years, and then I went back to work and after a few months in a totally different career, and worked that job for 4 years, and then went into customer facing sales as a manager for cell phone service, and I really loved that, but it got to the point with my knees I just couldn't walk anymore. So what I've done is I've taken some of these images and I cut them out. I have to finish cutting the crow, but I cut some flowers. This is a rose. This is a light post. Here's another flower. The the clock, there's a silver one and there's I think a black one on one of the other pages. Yeah. It's silver, but it had oh, it is the same. For some reason I was thinking it was different. Okay. Never mind. I cut this out because it's like a window. Um, and this here even reminds me that maybe the window has been broken. And then here are some of my other little dolls that came out. So here's this lady. And this lady, she has a bunch of roses. And this gentleman has two balloons behind his head. And then this quirky little girl with her top hat. So I think these are really, really cool. So what I want to do is use some of them, and I am probably going to have to use I'm going to start with using some black paper. I'm just going to tear it. I'm not going to go to any specific style here. I'm going to go with black paper. Let me turn on my light. It's starting to get dim up. although not for you guys, I guess. So I'm going to start with some chunks of this black paper. It doesn't really matter to me how the shapes come out. I'm going to try to use like these two sides though, because I kind of wanted, okay, well, this will be a corner and these two won't be a corner, but that's okay. And then I have my painty papers that I did the other day. And I don't know, honestly, what colors are really going to go with this. So I may try. You never know when you make papers what's going to work and what's not going to work. So that's why you need to have like a million choices. So there's red, and I didn't use red hardly in anything. Thank you. I enjoy fussy cutting, actually. It's one of my things that I like to do. And I don't even think those papers are going to work for this. But I do have some book pages. I also have some packing paper. And as I was telling you, these pages got really grungy. And they have, like, some of these. This is a kind of paper that would be used like in a blues, greens, oranges are all good. Okay. These colors, this grungy paper is actually sketch paper. So it has a little bit more of a porous feel to it, and it's thicker. So I really like working with this kind of paper because I think it adds a lot of texture to the pieces. How big is that? Maybe I can go there. Maybe I need a bigger piece for that side. Okay. And then you said orange and green and blues. What about this one? Do you think this one would work if I tore it down a little bit, or do you think it would be too pink? Maybe if I used more this side. Okay. I'll use this side. And I actually got out my black soot. And I think inking some of this with the black soot. I don't know. It's been a little while since I've used this, so hopefully it's not dried up. And just go around the edges a little bit. It may add something to it because of the black, using the black at the bottom. And then this yellow, I'm just going to do it lightly, not Don't want it to like overpower it. But I think using 3 colors will be good. So I'm going to tear this a little bit more. And that way I'll have a little bit narrower piece. Tear this. I guess everybody's having picnics and fun times today. They're not on their Facebook account. Or they may have to work, depending on what kind of business they have, right? So these 3 pieces look really nice together, and I'm going to, oops, my favorite person is this guy. And I'm trying to see how he would look on there. He looks kind of cool, actually. So let me go ahead and glue down these 3 pieces. And then we will put the dude on. I love these little things with that rubber thing, always gets in the way. This is art glitter glue. I just have used a little funnel and put it into my smaller nibbed bottle. I shouldn't have glued everything. Where is my... Shouldn't have glued quite everything because this part's going to remain plain on the back. So my idea for these is after they're created, you can actually have them then as little pieces to add later to a design. You can add them to a tag. You can add them to right onto your journal as a tuck spot. I'm trying to think, do I want anything else to go with him since that's red? I brought out some black lace. This is not my unmentionables, but I think a lot of it may be too big. I might try it on something else. So actually, I think I'm just going to leave him by himself because the balloons kind of give him another accessory anyway. And I'm going to try to do this even though I glued it. Thank you, Brenda. I want to try to go over him a little bit with this black, and I should have done it before I put glue on it, but you know, here at Jean's Gems, we do things kind of backward because we don't think of them until later. Those balloons need to go like that. There we go. And then I do have my word stickers, but I'm trying to see if I have my black ones or what color I have here. We will work on words after we finish our people. So the next one we have, I want to use that girl with the flowers. So let me put this on. And I'm going to tear this down and see if I'm only going to use a piece of this, and the reason being, you guys have to forgive me. I sometimes get ahead of myself because my brain's going 25 miles an hour. I forgot to ink this other one underneath here, but it'll be okay. Life is not that serious, right? But the reason why I'm going just with a hint of this is because I think behind her, I want to put, I may put, we'll see, it may be too big to put the rose. Yeah, I think it might overpower her. She's a bit tall, and maybe she's not the right one for this one. Maybe this lady. Let me go around her a little bit just to cover up the white edges. And thank you, Brenda. I was not able to put our order in the other day that I told you because I forgot that it was holiday here in the US, and the company that we're getting our things from must have taken vacation. So tomorrow will be the day, and I'll get it ordered, and it usually only takes about a week for it to come. So that will be exciting when we get our boxes, and then I'll get yours sent out. So I looked at some of the things, and I have some things already here that I haven't used, so I'll just stick them in the box. Let me do something with we don't always have to put, like, I kind of like the idea of the crow. The crow being there, but I feel like he needs green, and I don't have any green, and that's going to be too much. Okay. I'm going to try to fussy cut. You know what? This crow doesn't have to be sitting on anything, so when I put him on here, I'll put him on something. Think of what else I have that. Sorry, guys, I'm making a lot of noise here. That looks kind of interesting, but there's this big mess here. So, okay, Crow's going on by himself. And I think sometimes when you're designing like a busier background, it's okay just to have one thing. And we're so. Hi, Martha. Thank you for coming by. I was waiting and waiting to see if maybe you were going to do a live today because I just wanted to kind of connect with people and, you know, do that fun thing. But I didn't see you. Yeah, I haven't been on very long. Um, I just wanted to create some of these. Um, they're little, they're not necessarily cards or tags, but they're focal points that you can use in your design for something else. Like if you were going to make a tag and you needed a focal point, you could use this crow or you could use the man like I did there. So that's why. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Do you know Brenda? She's a dear friend of mine. I met her on Facebook. Um, I saw your Lisa Frank and I had to chuckle because I haven't seen Lisa Frank things for years. I didn't even know they still made Lisa Frank. She is the sweetest person, Martha. She is in British Columbia, Canada. So she's on the Washington side, Brenda? Washington state side? That part? That end? And she does junk journaling, she does all kinds of stuff. Um oh, in Alberta. So you're on the I don't know. I don't know where you are. I just remember Kim used to live on the side where Washington state was, so she could go to the states sometimes and shop. And then she would sometimes come over to ship things also if she could, you know, I guess sneak over with her packages. So that's how I knew Kim, because I used to be on a group with her years ago. I can't even remember what it was called now. She had her own art group years ago, and that's how I met her. Oh, on the side of Louisiana. Okay. Well, I'm in Pennsylvania, so Pennsylvania is on the New York side, which is the side that Kim's on now that she's moved. I don't like the top of this paper. It keeps wanting to bend. So guess what? It's getting cut off. No bending allowed here. Okay, so on this one, I think I'm going to put a flower on one of these just because I love this one. Yeah, that would be so nice. I don't know. Used to be you didn't need a passport for Canada. Oh, you mean to come to the United States? I don't know, since the whole 9/11 thing, it may have changed. When I went to Canada was before 9/11. Ooh, I like that one, Brenda. And I think you were right. The yellow and the orange worked out fine, even though this is kind of a reddish or a pinkish. I like it a lot. I don't know what words we'll find we put on them, but yeah, my husband is, as many people know, from Mexico, and their passport rules and regulations, I think, have changed over the years as well. There's just so much, um, uh, just importing, exporting, traveling issues right now. I think they just want to check everything. Um, one of the channels that I watch quite a bit talks about awareness of substance abuse issues in the United States. And it's really gotten ridiculously bad. But this gentleman is in Phoenix, and what he does is he tries to bring awareness to people. He tries to help people find their loved ones. Um, and I really like his channel, but he was talking about um, the people that bring drugs into the country. Now it's so easy because they're just little tiny pills. So I guess we have to be thankful for. Um, I live in a small town and I know it's here, but I have never seen it, so it makes me uh, less aware, I guess. But so, Martha, what are you, if you don't mind telling me, or if you know, what are you doing for the Gothic girl um, thing? Because I saw your name on there. I was just curious, being nosy. Yes, I agree, Brenda. I don't think it's very easy to get away from it. You made it already? I was thinking about doing an altered, and you did the live already? Or you mean you did a video and you taped it? Because I'm confused because it shows people on specific days. Oh, okay. And it was for the Gothic Girls thing that I saw on Becca's community page. Okay, I gotcha. You're ahead of the game then, girl. Way ahead. I don't have a day, but I was thinking about still participating. Um, and I would like to have a day, but I don't know that I can since they already have the schedule. Look at her. Look at her. She is something else. I love her. Okay, so I ran out of black. And there's some of this paper. It was, let me see if I can show you. I'll use something different. This is one of them. When I tea dyed it and it dried, because it was so I had done so much, my husband, to help me hang it up, but it's like it almost looks burnt on the edges. So I'm going to try to use a piece of this. Actually, I kind of like, well, I like the burnt. Will it look okay on that side? Why not? I'm not a lefty, so that's why I looked on the other side. I always grew up, thank you, Brenda. I always grew up with the understanding, because my mom or somebody told me, that people who are left-handed are talented and usually can do art. Okay, I watched her video, so I will talk to her and see what she says. I'll send her a email or whatever. So I don't know if that's correct or not about people who are left-handed, but I'm pretty sure Brenda is, I'm pretty sure Martha is, and they make amazing things, and I'm not. I'm not a lefty. Oh, you're not, Martha? I thought I saw you using your left hand the other day. Are you ambidextrous? Oh. Okay, just forget I said that. We're all right-handed. So this paper that I used for this was a mixed media paper, but this one, I don't know why, it came with a little bit of a gloss on it, and I like that feel of the material. I think I'm going to put this watch on here by itself too. These would make really cool pieces for even like a steampunk type journal. It's a brain thing, right? I don't know. I didn't design these with the steampunk thought in mind, but now that I'm looking at it, I think steampunk would be kind of cool. I got glue right there. Where's my little rub off the image? That's one thing too about working with black. You get any little bit of glue on it and it gets icky. Okay, so I have some harder cardstock here that is, let me see if I can find it. That's tea-dyed. Yeah. I think I'm going to use some of this. And I may use, so these are the ones that I've done so far. Here's the flower, the steampunk girl, the crow, and the gentleman. So we need to find sayings for these. And let me see if I can grab some black and white ones. I don't know where they, oh, okay, I found them. I don't make everything else crash down trying to get them. Okay. So these, go out and make things happen. I think that's a fun one. And we can put that on, oh, that must be glue for my fingers. Wonderful. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong on my lives or my videos. Okay. So I'm looking for my cleaning wipes and I do not see them. To take the glue off of my fingers. Okay. Let's try a different one since, and I will fix this one for later when glue is not sticking all over me. So, these are funny. I'm going to put this one on here if I can get it off. That says collect beautiful moments. And I'm actually going to put it right here because there's kind of like a smudge of glue, and this will cover it up. But I think that is apropos for the watch to collect beautiful moments. Okay, Martha. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, Brenda. Kind of like a steampunky vibe with these. So, and the crow. Crows are kind of like we'll just put on here. Oh, well, okay. Thinking. This lady, we'll just put, I love this one. Live gently upon the earth. Where's the floral one? I think I will put that on here. Yes, dear. Las papas? Okay, honey, thank you. Love you. ¿Cómo estás? Mi mamá dijo que no te veías bien.
Estoy muy cansado. Te veías igual que en casa, ¿viste?
Ajá. Por fin lo llevaron. Okay, bye. Welcome back, Martha. That was hubby. He stopped by. My darling hubby. He's not 100% yet, so kind of worries me, but he will be okay. So this one, I think this one has to, okay, I'm going to put on this crazy girl to embrace beautiful chaos because she is, I feel like she's kind of breaking the norm. For the bird, I wanted to put something that would this is kind of funny because it's a bird. Where did it go? This one says, I'll have my peeps, and I'm going to trim it right here. I'll have my peep. Brenda, he um he gets better. He gets a little bit better. The worst thing was is when he came home from the hospital, after, even though they got his heart rate and everything regulated, he didn't want to eat. So he was really weak. And that was something that bothered all of us because, if you don't eat, how are you going to get stronger? So, um, he has been eating much better, but he'll start to feel better and then he tries to do too much. So that's what kind of happens. I think all of us, once we start feeling better, we we have a tendency to do that. But that's what happens with Adrian is he doesn't like to be down. Never, ever. So, we need to find something for this one. And I'm going to put on here choose to be happy because I think these balloons are happy. And I think that my man here, he's choosing to be happy. So he's saying choose to be happy. Did I only make 4? Okay. Oh no, I made 5. So those are the words. So I will show them to you. And then I think I'm going to wrap up. It's okay, Martha. It's one of those things where MEN are stubborn, you know. So, okay. Collect beautiful moments. And I think that goes with time. This one says, I'll have my peeps call your peeps. This one says, live gently upon this earth. I think that's really pretty. And this one is embrace beautiful chaos. So this young lady, she has obviously done that because she doesn't mind that she's wearing a top hat and a crazy dress. And this gentleman with the balloon, choose to be happy. So there are the 5 that we made today on the live. So thank you guys for being with me. I'm going to upload these hopefully today or at the latest tomorrow. I am going to use some of the other images that I fussy cut. I still have this girl and the light post, and whoops, that wasn't a very pleasant noise. And I have this darker flower and this young lady and this young lady. And I think what I'm going to do, you're welcome, Martha. I think what I'm going to do with some of these, because these are kind of more cutesy, I may use some of that black lace and see how that looks underneath. And I will come back and show you guys, or I'll do it on video or whatever. So, bye, YouTube, Brenda. And I will see you all again soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Much love. And where did you find your people? Oh, I made these. They're digitals that I made. So I will be they come on a sheet, Martha. I'll show you real quick before you go. So I have some here that, and I printed them like this so that they're kind of narrow, but you can cut out the individual flowers. Here's the girl. Here's a hot air balloon. So there are a lot of different ones. Here's the silly girl. So you can cut out different ones to create with. If you want, cut out the individual images or just use the ones that you have. Thank you. Thank you. So I have a few that are going to go in my coffee shop, and on my coffee shop I have things that are free too. So help yourself to anything you want on there free. It's just under my names, which is Jean's Gems, and I will upload them, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Love you guys.